Ciao, gente meravigliosa. What's up, beautiful people? This is your girl, Nicky, with Nicky Savory Vegan Eats, and welcome to another episode. So tonight, I'm taking you around the globe, and guess where I'm taking you to? I'm taking you to none other than the beautiful country of Italy. So Italy is one of those countries that I have yet to visit, but it is on my bucket list. And here are the reasons as to why. One, you have the beautiful language of Italian. Everyone that speaks Italian sounds absolutely beautiful and magical. Here's a little of my Italian. Ciao. Ciao, gente meravigliosa. Ciao, bella. Grazie. That's the extent of my Italian. 2, Italy is the 5th most visited country in the world. Everyone comes from around the world to simply visit Italy and all the beauty that it holds within. 3, I am a history buff. I love architecture and I love beautiful buildings. So you have the Colosseum, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the countryside of Tuscany, Milan's shopping arena, and so much more. And 4, you can't go to Italy without trying their food. Italy is known for their Italian food, and particularly their pasta. However, I'm not a huge pasta eater, but that's okay. I'm gonna always find something good to eat. But they're also known for their pizza, their carbonara, their risotto, and their Italian soup. Which leads me into what I'm gonna be making this evening. I am gonna be making Olive Garden's version of Zuppa Toscana, which simply translates into Tuscan soup. However, although it's not traditional, Tuscany soup actually consists of kale, zucchini, some beans, rigatano, which is like an Italian bacon. But for Olive Garden, they translate it into using kale and potatoes, as well as an Italian sausage. However, you guys already know that I'm vegan, so guess what I'm doing? So I am going to veganize my entire soup, including my vegan Italian sausage made from scratch. So you guys, let's go ahead and get to it. And without further ado, check out my vegan Zuppa Toscana soup. I'm using Vital Wheat's gluten, fresh basil, but you can use dry basil instead, onion powder, garlic powder, thyme, pink Himalayan salt, ground black pepper, as well as red cayenne pepper, oregano, smoked paprika, fennel seeds, and ground allspice. I'll be using some sun-dried tomatoes, tamari gluten-free soy sauce, Great Northern beans, vegetable broth, fresh garlic, some vegan Worcestershire sauce, liquid smoke, and chipotle chili flakes. So now I'm going to take my wet ingredients and add them to the blender, including my Great Northern beans, which is going to take on the impression of white specks in Italian sausage. I'm simply going to blend out all my ingredients until it becomes nice and smooth. I had to change out blenders because my food processor actually cracked, but I'm going to continue to blend until my ingredients become very nice and smooth. Next, I'm going to add my sun-dried tomatoes to my blend and make sure that the sun-dried tomatoes actually blend out and cut up into little small pieces. Next, I'm going to add my nicely blend of wet ingredients into the bowl along with my dry ingredients and to begin mixing out my Vital Wheat gluten so that I can build out my Italian sausage. If you notice that your mixture is relatively dry, just simply add some vegetable broth on an as-needed basis until it becomes nice and moist. Once your Vital Wheat gluten mixture is nice and moist, now you're ready to start building out your Italian sausage. As you're building out your Italian vegan sausage, one thing to keep into mind is when you're using Vital Wheat gluten, you want to make sure that you're kneading it less. If you knead it more, then it's going to turn out spongy. I decided to cut my Italian sausage into 8 pieces and I'm simply molding it in between my hands, placing it under parchment paper as well as aluminum foil, and rolling it like so, and solidifying it until it turns into the form of an Italian sausage. Next, I'm going to take my Italian sausage and steam it on top of the stove for 50 minutes by adding some hot water to a pot and allowing it to be able to expand out. So I'm going to be using some all-purpose organic flour, ground black pepper, some fresh kale, as well as some earth-balanced soy-free virgin vegan butter, russet potatoes, a yellow onion, and some extra virgin olive oil, my authentic Italian vegan sausage that I made from scratch, which is included in the recipe in the description box, fresh garlic, not beef bouillon cubes, as well as not chicken bouillon cubes, chipotle chili flakes, oregano, and fennel seeds, some unsweetened almond milk to make out my cream for my Zuppa Toscana, low sodium vegetable broth, a little Pinot Grigio white wine, and some water. Now I'm going to add some olive oil to a pot, as well as my sliced Italian vegan sausage. I'm going to mix it in the pot for about 15 to 20 minutes until it's nice, brown, and crispy. One thing to take into account is if you're preparing Italian vegan sausage using Vital Wheat gluten, it's naturally going to have a soft, spongy texture. So make sure that you knead it less and cook it more to make it crispy. And now the other fun part. We're going to go ahead and build out our Zuppa Toscana by simply adding some butter to the pot and leaving the residue from our vegan Italian sausage for flavor, adding some flour and whisking it until it's nice and smooth. Then I'm going to add my diced yellow onions and then simply mix them along with my butter and flour. I'm going to add some fennel seeds, black pepper, as well as some chipotle red flakes. Then I'm going to add some fresh garlic to the mix so that my onions can be nice and flavorful. I'm going to add 4 cups of water, as well as a half a cup of unsweetened almond milk. I'm going to whisk away my mixture, and then I'm going to add my diced potatoes so that they can start absorbing the flavors of my Zuppa Toscana. Just look at how my broth is changing colors as I add my cooked vegan Italian sausage to the mix as well. The finishing touches to my Zuppa Toscana is simply adding my cut up kale as well as my sun-dried tomatoes. Just look at how beautiful those colors come together. I'm going to add some additional herbs and spices to my Zuppa Toscana for one last flavorful touch. And that's how you make Zuppa Toscana. Here we are, you guys, the last segment of the video. You know this is my favorite segment of the video. So without further ado, I present to you all my vegan Zuppa Toscana. Look at that, you guys. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's so amazing. This is my version of Olive Garden's Zuppa Toscana using a vegan Italian sausage that I made from scratch. I'm about to go all in. I cannot wait to try this, you guys. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh, look at that gravy. I'm just mixing it up here a little bit. You can see the potatoes, diced up potatoes. You can see my vegan Italian sausage here. Oh my gosh. You see the Italian sausage and as well as my kale and sun-dried tomatoes. Oh my goodness, there's so much savory goodness in here. Here we go. Let me get some of this kale. All right. And it's nice and hot too. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is so good, you guys. Oh my gosh, I need another bite. Woo! Mmm. Mmm, mmm, mmm. It's so savory, so rich. The gravy is phenomenal. I put in some butter as well as some flour. And this is all vegan. Some vegan butter, I put some flour in here, I put some white wine, as well as some veggie broth and some water. I brought all of my Italian seasonings together. It tastes absolutely amazing. And seriously, it tastes so similar to Olive Garden's version of Zuppa Toscana. Mmm. Mmm, mmm, mmm. Wow. So in case some of you may be wondering, in reference to the Italian sausage, so I decided to make that actually the night before, just so that once you refrigerate the sausage, it actually solidifies and it comes together even better. So this was like a two-part series, but it wasn't a lot of work. It really wasn't. I had so much fun making those sausages. I had my headphones on. I was vibing out to my music, and I was just simply in a zone. So if you want to be able to try out vegan Italian sausage, just like I did, and this is what it looks like, because now I put them in the freezer. You can see the sun-dried tomatoes. You see all the little spices in here, and literally, like even like the little white specks, that is actually similar to like the fat that you would see in a regular Italian sausage, but in this case, I use white navy beans. So you guys, I hit it right on the nail. This is amazing. If you want to be able to take on a challenge, try to be able to make some vegan Italian sausage, by all means, try this recipe out. The recipe is going to be below at the bottom of the description box there, as well as think about it. With Italian sausage, you can do so much with it. You can make an Italian sausage sandwich with some savory grilled onions and peppers and mustard, if you will. You can put it up into a spaghetti. You can put it in your Zuppa Toscana like I did. There's so many ways to be able to cook out a vegan Italian sausage. You guys, listen, if you want more videos from me, make sure that you like, you subscribe, and also hit that notifications button below. So anytime I drop a new video, you will always get notified. Until then, I should talk to you lovely people later. Ciao, Bella. Mmm. 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 So freaking good. Bye.